Visitors from the heavens. Skeptics humor me. Think outside the box, study the pictures, and share your thoughts. Orbs are thought by many to be the souls of deceased people that have not moved on to a higher plane. Others believe they are not souls at all, but are used to siphon power from people to supply energy to spirits. I believe orbs are energy fields used by alien entities for many purposes, protection for one. Small orbs are used to provide power to alien spacesuits. Larger orbs are the balls of light or UFOs you see in the sky, primarily at night. I put together a theory based on photographs that will attempt to explain what the entire UFO alien orb phenomena is all about. The chart you are looking at now presents a picture of what appears to be taking place around us. All of the images that are shown were captured on film over a long period of time. The power source at the top of the page transports alien entities, protective suits, and surveillance probes to the Earth's surface. Alien entities appear to use energy from orbs. This is shown on the photographs. The orbs shown in the pictures always appear on film prior to the suits becoming visible. They appear to generate or provide power to the suits. There is some indication that the orb is closely associated with or part of the alien entity. In the Type 3 suit on the right side of the picture, you can see in the top picture that the suit has a different appearance than Types 1 and 2. The helmet appears to be closed. The next picture down shows the visor on the helmet has opened, and in the third picture the helmet separates from the body section of the suit. The last picture in the sequence shows an alien entity leaving the suit accompanied by an orb. This entire transformation appeared to take place in about 20 seconds. From looking at the photos, it appears that aliens are either always in a protective suit or surrounded by a transporter beam. Is there a reason for this? I have a theory. It might be possible the alien entity's energy could be diminished by the Earth's environment, similar to what happens to a laser beam when it is projected through the Earth's atmosphere. If this isn't the case, why do they have to be in a protective suit? The two photos on the left were taken with a Polaroid camera in 1977. The gentleman was taking pictures of a full moon from the front yard of his home. What he got on film were 6 pictures, 2 of which are shown above. Needless to say, they aren't the moon. It appears that the images marked 1, 2, and 3 are creating what I have been referring to as protective suits. If you study the picture closely, they seem to be creating the suits from themselves. The only analogy I can present at this time would be to compare it to blowing bubbles through a 2-dimensional soap ring to produce multiple 3-dimensional bubbles. The other bizarre thing on this photograph is the configuration of the suits. They seem to be stacked behind one another, twisting and turning in all directions like a slinky. The next picture will enlarge and clarify the images. The enlarged photo clearly shows what appears to be the head of an alien entity. The red arrow on the right side of the photograph is pointing to a column of protective suits. I created this column by reducing the size of the image on the Florida photograph and positioned the image back to back and parallel to the column on the Chicago photograph. The similarity of the images could be a coincidence, but considering the photographs were taken 3 years and 1,000 miles apart, I don't think it's a coincidence. I know this sounds bizarre, but it's all on film. Because the Chicago picture is very unusual, and the alien spacesuits appear to be in the air, I was curious as to how far away they were from the camera. Comparing the images on the photographs from Florida and Chicago, I was able to measure the difference in the height of the 2 images on the photographs, and use the height difference along with the distance of the Florida image to the camera to ratio the distance to the Chicago image. The distance of the Florida image to the camera was approximately 15 feet. The height of the Florida image on the photograph was 3 times that of the Chicago image. The image decreased in size by a factor of 3. Increased the distance to the image in Florida by a factor of 3, and the Chicago image was approximately 45 feet from the camera. From the previous conclusion, it appears that aliens have arrived, and appear to be organized in a never-ending twisting column of protective suits, all of which seem to be associated with orbs. It can also be concluded that since the suits were photographed in different locations, they are more likely than not dispersed to all areas of the globe, enough to give every individual their own personal orb to watch over them. Science and religious beliefs have always been at odds. science based on facts, and religion based on faith. The pictures you are looking at present photographic evidence that something is definitely going on in the world around us. Although the photographs are somewhat fuzzy, which always seems to be the case when filming this phenomena, the pictures are real and do mimic in many areas what is described in religious writings. On the other hand, pictures of God and angels don't exist except for artist concepts and paintings. Is one case somehow related to the other? Maybe science and religion aren't that far apart. If you have questions or would like to exchange information, I can be reached at heraldsmystery@aol.com.